Yeah. First thing this morning, I was on set at like 6:30 this morning, so always feels like a different day when you're out that early and then you get the afternoon off.
Yeah, also, you're in a different universe and you're here.
Yeah.
We're rolling?
Yeah.
Great. So, and speaking of that universe, that world, it just keeps growing.
Mm.
It seems like you've been part of it.
Yeah.
How is it from the inside?
It's just loads of fun. I mean, it's kind of as much of a mystery to us as it is to most of the audience, because we don't get to see scripts that far in advance. So it's, we're all itching to know what happens next. And, every time there's like a new revelation, we're going, where's it going to go? Like, what's going to happen now?
Need to know basis.
Exactly, yeah. And you ain't going to get anything out of me as to what happens.
Is that actually helpful for you guys, for your work, or it just drives you crazy?
It depends. I mean, I prefer to know what's going on, but we're given the basics. If there's anything that's really going to affect, the way we're playing something, like if we, suddenly find out that, I don't know, some secret about ourselves that was really going to affect the whole past of our character, then they're going to tell us. But most of it we just don't know, which keeps us guessing, which can be good, because at the end of the day, in real life, you don't know what's going to happen next. Right. So why not? It's just some of the backstory things you need to, which can be helpful to know.
And are you a student of Lance Hunter, the comic character?
Well, I mean. Yeah, I mean, like, I've got all the Lance Hunter stuff, and I've looked over all that, but it's kind of, he's not that Lance Hunter. He's a different version of that Lance Hunter. But I'm interested to see whether we'll delve into that, the history of the character a bit more further down the line. But your guess is as good as mine.
How much interaction, if any, do you have with Stan Lee?
I've not met Stan Lee. No, I've not met him.
He's never been on set.
No, maybe he's like, I've heard rumours there is a guy from Marvel who is completely incognito, who turns up to sets.
The guy with a funny mustache.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There is a guy actually works on the special effects or the computer CGI stuff, and he dresses like a comic book villain.
Really?
So when I saw this guy kind of appearing on set, I was like, I think that's the guy. I think that's the dude from Marvel that apparently he does. There's some guy from Marvel apparently turns up at the sets incognito just to check everything's running smoothly.
One of the fascinating things is how your world of your show jives with the films, and how that changes the storylines that's been happening more and more.
Yeah.
Do you expect you might be on a big screen one day?
I've no idea. I don't know. I mean, I think that's one of the unique things about what Marvel is doing, and I think that it's really exciting for all of us, and I think just artistically it's such a fascinating concept to have multiple films and TV series that are all going to interlink in some way. It's never been done before, and I just think it must be so exciting for the people creating, all the writers and all the showrunners and so on, looking at the ways they can delve into different worlds and see how they'll cross over. But I guess time will tell. We'll see what happens in the future.
There's got to be a god of the Marvel world, and I guess that would be Mr.
Well, I'm kind of thinking, well, Lance Hunter was Strike, the British version of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm wondering whether maybe there should be like a, Lance Hunter. We bring Nick Fury. We kind of have some jaunt in some movie. I'd be up for that.
That would be cool. Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think of his the character's evolution and sort of the last season and what's going to happen? Whatever you can say.
For me personally, or for the other characters?
Oh, your character.
My character. Well, I think the big thing for him is learning to trust people and this crew of S.H.I.E.L.D. guys, and also probably admitting to himself that he's not an island. No man is an island, and that certainly applies to Lance. I think that he likes to think of himself as completely independent, doesn't need to rely on anybody. He can survive by himself, but actually he's getting a lot out of these relationships, and I think he offers a lot to them. So that for me will be interesting to see where that goes, how much he kind of lets them in,